Mavericks. And hello, Sir Dragon. How are you tonight?
I'm doing very great. Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm
Hope
glad
you
that you're
all doing
doing.
great.
I hope you're doing. I'm glad you're doing very, very great. But the people in our movie are not doing so very great, or won't be as we watch them, because they're about to get disastered in a really severe, catastrophic, apocalyptic way. Tonight, Dragon, our movie is
Which one?
Deluge. Deluge from
Deluge.
1933. It was a groundbreaking film that stands as one of the earliest examples of a disaster flick. Released in 33, this cinematic gem explores the catastrophic aftermath of a massive flood, an apocalyptic flood that wipes out much of New York City, showcasing the vulnerability of humanity against nature's wrath. This was directed by the very talented Ford Beebe or Beebe. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Anyway, he also produced the film. Um, he didn't just direct it, and it's notable for its pioneering special effects that were impressive for that time. The film employs miniatures and innovative matte painting techniques to create its stunning visuals, which today are still very interesting and entertaining to look at. They immersed audiences in a world on the brink of destruction back in 33, and we're going to take you down that same path tonight, or maybe that same flooded avenue.
Back in the days, they were doing maquettes at really realistic
Hmm.
uh, um, pace. So the thing is that they were destroying the whole thing after. So it was really costly at the time, also.
Yeah, so it's fascinating to consider how this movie, Deluge, laid the groundwork for later disaster films, influencing classics like The Poseidon Adventure, Twister. The themes of survival and social collapse resonate through generations of moviegoers, shaping our understanding of disaster narratives in cinema. So the cast tonight includes Sidney Blackmer, Adele Mara, and James Durkin, who bring the emotional depth of the story to life. Deluge focuses on the struggle of a small group of survivors trying to navigate the chaos and rebuild their lives in the aftermath of this disaster. And it's timely tonight, I think, Dragon, because we just finished up with our Maverick News broadcast talking about Hurricane Helene and the disaster relief efforts that are ongoing down there, and the fever pitch, the emotional pitch that has been reached as government officials and FEMA officials deal with a barrage, a flood of criticism online, suggesting that not only are their relief efforts maybe not adequate, they might even be blocking some private citizens from bringing in relief, which isn't sitting well with a lot of people. Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, to me, what I've heard is that there are some people, pilot of helicopter that was turned away from the authorities because they don't want them to be around in the chaos. That's the problem when you live in a place where the only way to get to you is probably by air. So, and the other part of it to me is kind of hard to swallow is that when you are in a situation where you call for help and someone comes to your help but got to be turned away, it's probably like the worst case scenario for you.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So, in today's context, I guess, as we witness the intensifying debates around all of the disaster relief in those 6 states, as well as the debate around climate change and natural disasters, Deluge takes on a new layer of meaning. That's why I wanted to bring this to you tonight, folks. The film's premise can also lead us to reflect on contemporary conspiracy theories surrounding weather control. Some speculate about humanity's attempts to manipulate weather patterns for various purposes, and whether for agricultural benefits or potential military applications. Anyway, as we watch tonight, consider the implications of our own relationship with nature and how films like Deluge invite us to question our understanding of the forces at play in our environment. Are you ready, Dragon? Did you grab popcorn tonight?
I got peanuts.
Okay, popcorn, peanuts, the snack of your choice, folks. Here we go. 1933, Deluge. And cue the dramatic music. It's not too ominous. Oh, it's getting more ominous. I love the Art Deco kind of references there, even though it's not really the Art Deco era yet in the 1930s. But this movie was also made during the Depression. So I think it's a reflection of the attitudes at the time. Deluge is a tale of fantasy and adventure and speculation, of vivid epic pictorialization of an author's imaginative flight. I can't read fast enough to keep up with it. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood. I didn't get
Same,
to
sir.
it. They didn't leave it enough.
What about the humidity?
No change, sir.
That barometer's been falling steadily all night long. I can't understand it.
Copy the barometer, sir. We've checked up on all the stations, and they report the same conditions.
Nothing's happened so far. It's impossible.
I never saw anything like it.
Neither has anybody else. Has the Coast Guard been advised?
Yes, sir.
Have them broadcast another warning at once. Hurry, hurry!
Attention all shipping, attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. United States Coast Guard speaking. Attention all shipping, attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. Attention all shipping, attention all shipping.
Oh, sailing
all
ship.
shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea
Wow.
head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected.
Tall
Attention
ships,
Coast
man.
Guard speaking. Attention all shipping, attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. United States Coast Guard. Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms
Oh, look at that. See that? Those are effects, man. That's not really.
Cancel all clearance papers. See that every ship in port is tied securely to the docks. Yes, sir. What about that swimmer, sir? Ridiculous. She'd have to cut out the swim. We're apt to have a terrific storm at any minute, and we can't be bothered with some fool trying to break a record. Have the police clear the docks. Yes, sir. Sorry, Miss Arlington, you'll have to postpone your swim.
Why?
Orders from the office.
Well, what's the matter now?
The barometer's been steadily dropping. The office is really worried. Normally, there's been a storm already. They're not even allowing any shipping to clear.
Pretty risque.
Orders are orders.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No swim?
No, it's all off.
How would you like to spend a couple of days in the country with us until the weather clears?
I'd love to.
Grand, I'll call the folks.
And me up since 5 this morning.
All aircraft, attention all aircraft. Absolutely imperative. All aircraft, private and government, landed nearest available airports. Absolutely imperative. Attention all aircraft. Attention all aircraft. All aircraft, private and government, landed nearest available airports. Absolutely imperative.
USS Macon, USS Macon, return to your base immediately. USS Macon, USS Macon, return to your base immediately. USS Macon, USS
Airships. Boy. Those were the days. Listen to me. How old am I? Oh, those airships. I love those old airships. Those were the days.
Something's got to happen.
Ancient.
Nobody knows what it'll be when it does break loose.
Do you think
Oh, don't ask me any more of your silly questions. I don't know what it's all about any more than you do. I'm going out to the university.
He doesn't treat that guy very well, does he? That doesn't
It's in
look
the
good.
clip.
Can't be.
Maybe it can't, but there it is.
Rome, Italy. Barometer still falling. Fourth day of unceasing earthquakes as yet imperceptible except through instruments. Greenwich, England. Tremors continue. Public alarm. Word that the end of world is at hand, terrifying millions. Send any word of encouragement you can.
Catastrophe imminent. Earth doomed.
Give me my money. I want to leave town.
I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the ground, both man and beast, and creeping things, and the birds of heaven, for it repenteth me that I have made them.
Have faith. We are his children. He will protect us. He will keep us from all evil and all harm. Put yourselves into his keeping and rejoice in his love. Let us pray.
Tremendous quake. It's in the west. Get Mount Wilson Observatory's low wave station.
Terrible ocean pouring into the valley below us. It looks like the end.
Gentlemen, we're fortunate we're here instead of there.
The International Broadcasting Company at this time brings you definite confirmation of the fact that the entire western coast of the United States has been demolished and submerged. At this time, we have no way of knowing definitely the extent of damage to Europe because all means of communication have been destroyed. Even though this international disaster has wrought inconceivable havoc elsewhere, as yet we believe there is no cause for general alarm here. However, take immediate steps to control provisions. Evacuate all unstable buildings, shut off all gas. Panic movements of population can end only in disaster. That's all now. Stand by.
Those were the days.
If I should die.
If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul will take.
God bless.
God bless Mama, Papa, and sister.
And brother. That's right, darling. You to bed. Hurry up, darling. There's your daddy.
Yes, come on, Mary Ann. It's time you were in bed, darling. Good night, darling. Go to sleep.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
I'll go right to sleep. Martin, I'm so frightened.
Don't, darling. I don't think anything will really happen. Why don't you go in and try and get some rest?
I couldn't. I want to stay here with them.
All right, dear. I'll go down and listen for the latest reports.
The quake center is moving eastward. It must be in the Mississippi Valley now. What's an upheaval?
Holy smokes. That looks like real storm footage. Yeah, that's real. That's real. See, they had storms back in the 30s too. Just as bad.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Louisiana sinking. Gulf of Mexico flooding entire state. New Orleans wiped out. Gentlemen, I'm afraid there's no escape.
Because of the magnitude of this disaster, it is becoming more and more difficult to verify our information. However, reports from Chicago and the Northwest indicate that the Arctic Ocean is rushing from Hudson Bay and overflowing the Great Lakes. Chicago is doomed. Other broken messages indicate entire Mississippi basin sinking.
And Honolulu is gone.
What happened, Mama?
Look, Marianne, look. What, Louise isn't a bit frightened. There.
Chimney just crashed. The whole house is liable to go any minute. I think we'd all be safer in the stone quarry. I'll take the children.
Shall we dress them?
No, there isn't time, dear. Bring whatever clothing you can find. Meet me there. Hurry, darling.
Daddy. Sweetheart. I'll be right there.
You're going to the quarry? Why are you safer in the quarry? This doesn't make any sense. That would be the last place I would go to sit in a storm. He goes to the quarry. He's a very bad dad. He just leaves the kids there. He's going back to the house after he left the kids there? Come on.
That's not parenting.
You should be in the basement.
Helen!
He left the kids in a quarry.
Helen!
Well, I guess that was the standard for parenting in the 1933. It's just...
They're safe.
They're safe in the quarry.
Can you move if I lift this?
I'll try.
Not safe in the quarry at all. The tornado's going to come and pick them up and suck them into the ionosphere. Oh, there they are. See, right where I left them, in the quarry. I always used to take my kids to the quarry. What are you doing this weekend? Taking my kids to the quarry.
But some guys had the idea of putting babies in cages around their windows back in those days. It was an invention.
Babies in what? In cakes?
In cage.
In a cage?
Yep. In front of your windows.
You put your kid in a cage?
I don't remember how that was called, but I can look it up.
Okay.
I'm going back to the house again, dear. It's as though we might be able to stay there tonight. Anyway, I have to get more food and clothing for the children. Will you be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine here in the quarry.
Continuing
This
our
is
information
weird.
and instructions. The quake center is shifting eastward. Slight shocks have been felt in this area. The populace again warned to evacuate all buildings. If possible, leave the city. All East River bridges declared unsafe.
Oh, no. Holy smokes. There's building 7 right there. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, it's the CIA, did it. That's the CIA there, too.
And there's no Godzilla.
Inside job, I'm telling you, inside job. Oh no! Pretty good effects, kinda. What do you think?
I like it.
All this was done like with cameras and mats, like animation. Oh no, there goes the Statue of Liberty. Oh no.
Makes it realistic.
It looks pretty good. Oh no, I got a beam on my noggin. Oh no. The whole city just collapses all at once. Direct energy weapons, I'm telling you, for sure. They should have painted their roofs blue. I think they shot this in their bathtub. This is 1933. It's pretty good.
And we even have the building coupling on top of the others.
See, they would have shot this with like running the film through the camera at a faster speed to get the slow motion effect. Because in those days, film would run at 24 frames per second, so they probably cranked it up to like 48 at least. Get up, you fool! We have to go to the quarry! Should have gone to the quarry.
I would have probably listened to my wife at this point. That ain't looking very good, is it? Not much left of the Big Apple. Oh man! Wonder how this
what a party that was last night.
This
Oh
guy
my
got
God.
the hangover. But I still wonder how this tree's still there. After all the destruction, the tree's still standing there.
Give me that can.
How do we know this land won't sink? What'll become of us?
We'll worry about that when it happens.
Fish food soon.
But how long can we last?
How do we know we're not the only two persons left in the world?
If you don't stop shaking like a scared rabbit and pitching to do some work around here, there'll only be one person left in the world. Now get that fire going.
Well, they're the best friends, obviously. How would you like to be one of two people left on Earth and the other guy is a jerk?
Well, it might reflect on the me, myself, and I, or the individualism of one person would be into when survival skills start.
Look what I found, a naked woman.
Oh.
Well, semi-naked.
Is she alive?
Just about.
Where did you find her?
She was just
outside the cabin. She must have been there for some time. Open the door.
Washed ashore. It's Ariel, the mermaid. Oh, look, isn't that the one who was having her legs waxed? Very smooth skin. She must have waxed her legs before she drowned it.
But if we are the people around, we can probably use her to repopulate.
Oh, you can't do that. It's 1933, you're not allowed to.
And still have decencies.
Sorta.
I told you before, this place is mine. I was here first. Then you came and I let you stay. But everything here belongs to me.
Well, it's not natural for two men to live a month in the same house with a woman and not want her.
Sure it ain't. But I'll do all the wanting there is done around here. If you don't like it, you can get out. Maybe you know where you're going, I don't. But I'll take care of the girl myself.
Does she have any say in the matter?
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Norwood here was worrying about who's going to take care of you. I told him I'd tend to everything.
I think I can take very good care of myself.
I think so too.
So much human decencies
You
in
don't
this
get
one,
Norwood?
in this guy.
Well, I guess I'll go out and work on the boat. Come on.
I'll probably end up by killing that swine.
You'll have to bury him without any help from me if you do.
God. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that'll teach him right there. Yep.
No, Jefferson, no, don't. Oh, you can have her. I don't want. Don't! Ah!
Yeah, I would run away too, lady. Get the hell out of there. Go find your own cabin someplace.
This is getting out of touch.
She's swimming for it to get away.
Swim for your life.
real. You have legs. Where are the only buildings that survived shacks?
Probably they have rebuilt it after the flood.
I don't think so. I think it's just a mindset when they made the movie. Looks more rugged and apocalyptic to have them living in a shack. Here comes the bad dude. What's he got a gun for? He's gonna shoot her? I guess. You see any half-naked women wash ashore lately? I'm in search of one. Oh yeah, I found her. She's right in here.
Does have some sort of tracking skills.
There was about 200 of them. Run us out. Said we was too tough. Well, where are they? Where's this place? Oh, about 20 miles south of here.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
My name's Jepson.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for a woman. Who is it? From what I saw back there, it looked like you had a woman here.
Well, what about it?
Nothing. Only if I find the one I'm looking for, that won't happen to her. I'll keep her for myself.
I hope you find her.
Yeah.
This was the Cabal of Decencies.
Good morning. Have you had enough rest? Anything I can do for you? Well, since your baggage hasn't arrived as yet, I took the liberty of digging you up a few things to wear. I hope they'll do.
Thank you.
Now, when you're dressed, help yourself to something to eat. I'll be waiting just outside. All right?
He's a nice guy.
Oh, you look charming, Miss Aphrodite.
I'll admit I wasn't any more modest.
Sit down. Feeling better?
Not much.
Well, you should. As far as I can figure it, you slept 17 hours.
I guess I must have needed it. I was in the water that long.
Really? No wonder you're exhausted.
I was on an island somewhere south of here. I left there when conditions became impossible.
Oh, were there others there?
2 men.
Oh, I see.
Is this an island? You know where we are?
Well, I don't know exactly. We were about 40 miles from where New York was. I used to know this territory pretty well. Before all this happened, we had a summer place near here.
We?
My wife and 2 children.
Were they lost? Oh, I'm so sorry. You started to tell me about the neighborhood.
Well, there isn't a great deal to tell. I've been so busy gathering provisions that I've only had time to explore a mile or so in each direction.
You seem to have collected quite a supply.
Yes, I have a great deal more in the cache in the tunnel.
I hope I can do as well.
Well, you're welcome to anything I've got.
Thanks. I'll take these clothes. I'm likely to need them.
Well, you're not thinking of leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you go?
See what's left of the world.
Well, of course, you're free to go if you like, but I think there are a few things you should know first.
What?
Sit down. Oh, I thought that I was all alone here. Then a man arrived nearby in a small boat.
Well, what did he look like?
Oh, big, curly-haired, ugly as the devil.
Jepson.
Who?
One of the men from the island.
Oh, I see. Well, I followed him. He joined a gang a mile or so south of here. Very tough-looking bunch.
Well, he's in good company.
But while I was trailing him, I stumbled across the body of a young girl who evidently had been with them. Don't you think you'd better stay here?
I will protect you.
I'll stay.
Good choice.
Today.
I think. Maybe.
It will be better than in the quarry.
Look what I found. And there's bales of it.
Well, that's no good to us now. Let's keep on digging. We might find some gold. That's no good either, except to a dentist.
Say on. Uh-huh. Where do you live here? I think we better go.
I sure wish I was on that sofa.
There you are, Jack.
They're close shave.
It'll be close, all right.
Thanks, Bud. That's a good shave.
Glad you liked it.
Sure good to hear somebody laugh in this place.
Take a look at this.
The peace and quiet of the majestic mountains. Nature unspoiled. And take a look at the place.
Yeah, but unspoiled or not, I'm glad I brought the family. You know, I didn't want to come up here. I wanted to go to the beach. I never did fall for that wonders of nature stuff. Believe me, though, this is one time I'm glad I listened to the missus.
You certainly picked the right time to come up here. All the stenographers and bookkeepers in this town ought to be glad they decided to take a vacation here when they did. They're plenty lucky.
It'd do us more good, though, if we had some people that are used to hard work. This one seemed to think they're still on a vacation.
Yeah, what they need here is somebody to take them in hand and knock some sense into their heads.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if there is any part of the world above water, it hasn't any sending equipment.
Hey, can you get the fire chief?
I'll try.
I don't get anything the way you got this thing hooked up. Look here.
Hello, Tom.
How is she?
Better. She was up a while today.
Good. Get the fire going. We have chicken tonight.
Oh, good.
Come in. Oh, hello, Tom.
Hello, Helen.
Hello, Uncle Tom.
Hello, Roddy. Hello, Mary Ann. How are you?
Ronnie, you take Mary Ann outside and play. Don't go too far.
Yeah.
Mrs. Whittle tells me you're up today.
Yes, it seemed as if it were the first time in years.
It has been a long time.
Any news?
No. Ellen, you've asked me that same question every day for the past month. He is not alive.
I know he is, Tom. I feel it.
You have great faith, Helen. I admire you for it.
Thank you, Tom.
But conditions have changed. There's only a few of us left. And we must carry on.
I don't understand.
We've had to pass a few laws. One of them is that every woman of marriage age must marry.
I couldn't, Tom. I'm sure Martin will come back.
If you remain in the settlement, you'll have to choose someone. I couldn't prevent it. I was hoping it might be me.
We're pretty much alone in the world, aren't we? I don't know any more about you than I did when I first met you. Except, of course, that your name is Claire.
What shall I tell you? Would you like to know that I went through Wellesley or that my name is Arlington? That doesn't mean much anymore.
Nothing means much anymore.
Once I wanted to be a flyer and cross the Atlantic.
Of course.
Then I wanted to be a swimmer. Well, that's why I'm here.
For which I'm very grateful. You can't imagine how lonely I was until you came.
You may be lonely again. I haven't promised to stay.
Are you afraid of me?
You're very good at asking questions.
Well, that was part of my business. I was a lawyer.
Jackson!
Doc. Just like a caveman, dragging her away by the hair. What a jerk.
It's a good picture of decencies.
That's what the Bellamy gang did to Hollister's daughter. As long as that gang's in existence, none of us are safe. That could happen to any one of our women. There's no law to protect us anymore. We've got to take things into our own hands.
We drove them out, didn't we?
That's not enough. We must wipe them out.
Now, you fellas listen to me. I know where this guy's cabin is, and he's got plenty of food and supplies. And you need him. But that dame belongs to me. I found her on the other island, and she's mine.
Jeez. Talk about a breakdown of society.
Well, you won't get away this time, baby.
Baby.
May I have some food?
Sure.
It's a good point when you says that this is how it would probably goes if we have a breakdown of the society with certain catastrophe.
I have to untie my hands.
How about a little kiss first, huh?
I don't think so, man.
What's that? The girl! Come with her. I'm all right. Go ask her.
Which way does it go? Over there.
We've lost them. Let's split up and make a circle. Now, half of you go that way, and we'll go this. All right? Now, keep a sharp look. Come on.
Anything?
No. Must have passed him. I'm going back.
What's that?
I didn't hear nothing. Come on, let's go.
Well, it's too dark to find them. Let's go back.
Well, they couldn't have gone very far.
Jefferson knows where they hang out. We'll go after them in the morning. Come on.
They'll probably come after us in the morning.
Yes, I'm afraid we'll have to leave our fine home.
It's been a happy home.
We'd better stay in the tunnel tonight. It'll be safer.
And much more romantic. I love what you've done with the place.
Well, do nicely, thank you.
Perhaps tomorrow we can find better accommodations, but this is at least safe. Comfortable?
How to make a cavern cozy.
Are you cold?
No,
I am. Wouldn't
You're
you like
sure
to
you're not
snuggle?
hurt?
I'm all right. Lucky for me, you knew where they were camping.
And lucky for me, you saw Jefferson's shadow.
That makes us even.
You're a courageous girl, aren't you,
You're no coward yourself.
Claire?
I love you.
Claire, I found out that you mean much more to me than a cure for loneliness.
I knew it.
We'll have another home, a finer one. We'll be happier than ever.
Please.
Claire, we can't go on like this any longer. You've got to decide now. All that I loved in life was taken from me. But that's all past. You're all that I have, all that I care about. Don't you understand?
What you gonna do when you find your wife, dude? Oh no.
How about you?
I don't trust the guy that's staying behind.
Now, we're going to clean out this Bellamy gang if we can. And if there's any looting, molesting of women while we're away, you'll answer to us when we get back. Now, you men know what we're setting out to do. Some of us may come back, all of us may come back, or none of us may come back. But if you think it's going to be a cinch, you better back out right now. What are you going to do with that knife, Red?
I want to go too, Tom.
Oh, you better take it home to your mother. Come on, let's go.
Here you are.
That's enough, dear.
Well, how about the rifle?
We'll take it next trip.
You two fellas get around there and guard the other end of that tunnel. Right. You see anybody in that cabin?
No? They must be in the tunnel.
Scatter out when we so they can't get by us. Come on.
Hadn't we better go out the other end of the tunnel?
They're probably guarding it. We're better off here. It's out of sight.
Run away! He's shooting at us.
Say, if they had guns, why didn't they use them before?
You think they've given up?
They're probably surprised that we had a gun, but they'll never give up. a fine honeymoon. How do you like those wedding guests?
Have we plenty of cartridges?
About a dozen.
Why not wait till they try to make a dash for it? They can't stay in there forever.
Okay, we'll give them a chance to cool off. As long as it's daylight outside, they've got the advantage of us.
We'd better build up this barricade. Pile those things in front of you. Keep down.
Let's build in there.
What? Get bumped off doing it? Not a chance.
I'll build it. They can't see us from in there anyway.
I don't think they'd shoot you. When it gets dark, I think you'd better break for it.
Not without you.
They built a fire in the other end. I'm afraid we're in for it.
Martha's Vineyard.
What did you find? They're all in the tunnel about 3 miles from here. Some of them are in the tunnel. The others are trying to drive them out. Evidently, they're fighting among themselves.
Good. Are both ends guarded?
Most of the gang are at the north entrance. There's only 2 on this side.
Your job is to get those 2.
Right.
We'll go in by the north. Come on,
Come on, Bill.
I'm going around the other entrance and get in behind them. Give me about 10 minutes, then go in. You understand?
Yeah.
How is everything?
Nothing doing at this end.
We've been watching every minute.
All right, keep your eyes open. I'm going in behind them.
Okay, fellas. I guess he's had time enough now. Now, when we get to the tunnel, we'll split. You fellas stay on the right, and we'll take the left. And don't make any more noise than you can help.
Down both sides.
Got one. Got
We haven't
another
got
one.
a chance. Let's clear out of here. No dame's worth it.
Tell me we're clearing out of here.
Yeah, that sounds like a bright idea.
Let's go.
Can you get them both from here?
Yes.
Get the man with the gun first.
Right.
Quick!
What do you say we rush it?
Okay.
Whoops. Malfunction. He's a feisty one.
He's in trouble now. Oh my God. Oh, jeez.
Ow.
Oh! Martin. And Martin coming.
That's not gang. There. Who are there? A man and a woman. Keep me covered, boys. I'm going in to meet them.
Hello. Looks as though you had a pleasant evening.
Indeed we did. I'm not sorry it's over. How do you happen to be here?
We're from the settlement 10 miles from here. We came to wipe out this gang. So we're a little late. Are they all dead?
Well, all but 3 or 4, I think. They found it so unpleasantly hot in here, they ran out for air.
Who are you?
I've been living here for some time. I didn't know there was a settlement. My name is Webster, Martin Webster. This is my wife.
Uh-oh. He's got a bit of a problem, I think.
This is quite a place, isn't it?
Oh, it's marvelous. I suppose that's the Ritz on the left.
I hope you wired for reservations.
Oh, of course, darling. All right, boys, hold it. Jack, pile the stuff down by the Hollister house. We'll divide it up later. I've got a job to do.
Right. Come on, boys, let's go on down the street with it.
You folks come this way.
Of course, we'll have to have a blue-tiled bathroom
And a piano.
and a radio. Do you mind?
Daddy! 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 Daddy!
You didn't tell me you got kidlets left and still alive and everything. I told you got a problem.
Bring it back, Daddy. Bring it back, Daddy.
How's beer is getting married to this here lady?
Is your mother here?
Yes, Dad. She's right in that house.
Oh, jeez. Now there's a plot twister. She's not too happy.
Is there someplace I can go for a while?
I've told her everything about us. I think she understands. It seems a miracle that she was saved. Had I dreamed that she were living, this wouldn't have happened to you. I want you to believe that. I can't explain my feelings toward both of you any more than I can compare Helen and you. My feelings are different, yet the same. All I know is that I love you. And I love her. The happiest hour of my life was when I learned that Helen and the children were living. The saddest is this.
then you mean it's goodbye.
Helen is my wife.
Your wife? What am I? If there'd been a church, wouldn't I be your wife?
Claire, please.
Please what?
I see. What we meant to each other doesn't matter now. You've come back to your wife, and compared to her, I'm just a companion of a tunnel fighter, just a woman that...
Claire. You are a great deal more than that. Please try to understand.
It's too complicated.
Hey, it's a whole new world. He could just have a
And
harem.
it's a question of a choice between us.
Darling, I can't make that choice.
All right. I'll work it out some way.
There's plenty of fish in the ocean.
And it's a much bigger ocean these days.
Come on, let's not fight over this stuff and crash it all. Play off, will ya?
Cut it out! What's the matter?
Having a little trouble cleaning up this stuff, Tom.
Now, you fellas take it easy. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
I was just coming for you. There's trouble about that stuff we brought.
What sort of trouble?
The boys are fighting over it. We tried to divide it up even, but it's impossible to satisfy everyone.
Well, why not try an auction?
They've got nothing. Money's no good anymore.
That doesn't matter. Money's credit. We'll give each of your men $100 credit as payment for the trip. The rest of the people will give $10. They can bid on anything they like. When the credit's gone, the bid's no good.
That's a good idea if it works.
Why, of course it'll work. What am I bid for this blanket?
$50.
$50. Do I hear? 75.
$1.
$1. $1. Do I hear? $2. $1.50. Going once, twice, 3 times sold for $1.50. There you are.
What's the name, Roland? Jones.
Ah! What am I bid for the little lady, the Venus de Milo?
Our bid's 2 bids, sir.
Only 2 bids?
Yeah, sir. Her arms is broke.
Do I hear any more?
$2.
$2. I'm afraid the young lady's insulted.
Well, make it 2.5.
2.5. Sold for 2.5.
Laugh, you bozos. I know what I'm doing. Winter's coming. Got no imagination.
Well, how did it come out?
A couple of them didn't use up all their credit.
Well, they can use it some other time. So long, Jack.
So long.
And now they have an economy.
We think it's time we elected a leader.
I thought you were the leader.
Well, I was in a way, but we think we found a better man.
Yeah?
We need organization. The boys won't work together. They keep fighting among themselves. Look at the town. Nothing's been done to rebuild it. Everyone's too busy trying to get something for himself. We think you're straight. We saw how you handled that Bellamy gang, and we like the way you handled this auction. You're the best man for the job, and we'll do as you say if you'll take it.
Thanks, old man, but we can't settle this among ourselves.
Why not?
Everyone in this community should have something to say about it.
Well, we'll get them all together and have a vote.
Democracy has just revived.
Come in.
I'm sorry if I disturbed you.
I know. You're Helen.
I hope you don't mind my coming.
No, I don't mind. You couldn't have picked a better time.
I'd give anything in the world if I knew how to start what I had to say.
Oh, don't bother to say it prettily. What you came here for, isn't it?
Why are you angry with me?
I suppose it's because you met Martin first. I hate you for that. Just as much as you must hate me.
I don't hate you. It isn't as if you'd stolen my husband. I thought perhaps you could help me and I could help you. I thought we could decide what's best for us.
I don't want to know what's best. I only know that I love Martin. He's the only person I've ever loved. You can't understand that because you can't understand what we've been through together. For a time, we were the only two people in the world.
You don't have to tell me that. He's told me everything. He's even told me that he loves you. That's why I'm here.
To ask me to give him up?
No. No, to see if we couldn't come to some sort of honest decision.
If you mean talk it over calmly, then you picked the wrong time and the wrong woman. I'm used to fighting for what I want.
If we'd been unhappy together, if we hadn't loved each other, if we didn't love each other now, believe me, I'd step out of the way.
Well, that's where you and I differ. I wouldn't. You lost Martin. You thought he was dead, and you went right on living. If I lost him, I wouldn't go on living. I wouldn't want to.
You're forgetting something. Children.
I've been waiting for that. I knew sooner or later you'd mention the children, yours and his. Does that mean his love for you is any greater? I suppose next you'll be telling me I'm an intruder.
No. I don't think that.
Well, I won't listen to you. You've got all the arguments on your side and all the right. But right or wrong, you might as well know that I won't give him up. Not for you, not for the children, not for anyone. Now you'd better get out. Go on. Get out. Leave me alone. Leave me alone!
He's a tempered.
Well, she loves him. Somehow I think she's going to do the right thing.
You have offered me the greatest honor that it is possible for a group of people to give. You have asked me to lead you. Thank you. I accept. It might have been wiser had you chosen someone else. I shall probably make a great many mistakes. But that's natural. That's human. But I pledge myself to give you the best that there is in me. All I ask of you is your help, your enthusiasm, your confidence. We were ruled by law before, some of them good, some of them pretty bad. But they've all been washed away. We're starting fresh.
The Great
But we
Reset.
have behind us the experience of thousands of years. Let's use it. Let's give to our children and to our children's children a finer, cleaner civilization, a more lawful community than that which was given us. Let's pull together.
We're all in it together.
Thanks, darling.
I'm so proud of you, Martin.
This message was brought to you by WEF.
The Waterlogged Economic Forum.
You go to the house and wait there. I'll be with you in a minute.
All right.
Oh my God, she's gonna go skinny dipping.
This is a computer and
You know, the plot twist at the end with the love triangle, you know what that reminds me of? Cast Away with Tom Hanks, where he comes back after being cast away, only, he was living for his wife only to find that she married some other guy.
Yep.
Yeah, same. That was like the reverse of that plot twist. My
But,
guess
I
is
mean-
they must have gotten the inspiration from that film.
Well, if you look at it, Tom Hanks had an adventure with Wilson the balloon. So,
Yeah, the volleyball, Wilson. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
God,
Boy, I tell you, I shed tears when Tom Hanks lost Wilson at sea. Yeah, that was a sad, sad moment. Never thought I'd feel that way about a volleyball, but I did.
Well, imagine yourself if you go on you're stranded on an island and you're alone. I mean, the only way you could cope with what's going on around you and keep yourself sane is probably have a conversation with a balloon.
Well, this was one of the very first films to truly explore the disasters genre. It predated more well-known entries like The Day the Earth Stood Still, and of course the Poseidon Adventure in the 1970s. So, I thought really overall this thing still stands the test of time. Actually, it's a really good story. The effects were amazing for the time. They were still entertaining to watch today. What did you think of the effects?
I think it's beautiful. It was well made for the time, and it's really entertaining, and we can explore, I think, the beautiful art of cinematography that was back in the days, and it's interesting to see that.
Yes, and I'm so old, I actually understood how the special effects were created just by watching the film because, of course, my background in media started actually with film, making Super 8mm movies. And this film also, I think, reflects the anxieties of that time, especially regarding things like environmental disasters. And that's a theme that resonates even more today as some people are concerned about, the climate change issue or, other ways that human beings are said to potentially, possibly, conspiratorially control weather and natural disasters like earthquakes. What do you think?
I think that it is a conspiracy, so we should not probably keep that in mind that, well, ARPA is probably true, but to what extent, right?
Yes, to what extent? Yeah, that's right. Perspective. Got to keep your perspective.
The good thing to know is that they won't tell you anyway, so.
So this Ford Beebe, or I don't know how to pronounce his name because I'm not really that familiar with him, but he wasn't only a director, but was also a screenwriter. And he, I guess, contributed over 200 film and television projects during his career.
Wow.
So his creative vision helped shape the disaster genre, and his works remain influential in filmmaking even today. So, Dragon, as we wrap things up tonight, let's remember the resilience of the human spirit, I guess, and take some inspiration from the way these characters in Deluge coped and overcame and began to rebuild in a time of extreme crisis. So whether depicted on the silver screen or what we face in our reality even today, and who knows what's just around the corner, as people prep for the worst and hope for the best, we are reminded tonight of our ability to adapt, survive, and rebuild.
Mm-hmm. My question would be, how would you react in that kind of situation? Would you become the kind of person that would take all meanings for an end, or will prevent that to happen and help community to reborn?
Well, at my age, I would probably not go looking for a woman. If you want to complicate your life, look what happened to that poor guy. Right? He got clubbed on the head several times, had to fight a bunch of dudes, had to shoot a bunch of guys, got attacked a couple of times. No, not worth it, man. It's like, whoa, okay, you could stay for a little while, and then you gotta go, lady. Okay, I don't want nothing to do with you. You could use your trouble. I don't need no complications in my life. I'm glad he found his kidlets though, and his first wife. That was nice. But I don't know. Do you think like she must be like an Olympian swimmer? That woman. Like, do you think that she made it to the next island over this time, or is she likely to have drowned?
Likely drowned, I think.
Yeah, it's very, very sad.
Yeah. It was not an opening for a sequel.
And I was thinking, she said in the dialogue, he said, you slept for 17 hours. And she said, well, that's how long I was in the water. I thought, who the hell can swim for 17 straight hours? Marathon swimmers, people who cross, a great lake, those are people who I guess can do it, but they're few and far between. What an athlete she was in that movie. That's funny.
Well, anecdotally speaking, I knew one actually who did the Saint Laurent swim.
Oh yeah.
In 24 hours. Régent Lacourcière was actually one of my swimming teachers. So yeah.
Oh man, that's quite a tale. That's impressive.
I was a toddler.
I can maybe tread water for, 2 or 3 minutes, and then I gotta bail. I gotta get out of the pool. Yeah, that's funny. No life preserver, no nothing. that lady, she just takes off her clothes and swims over to the next island in search of a new man. Oh my.
Or a new life, totally alone, and
it's kind of an unusual love story, but there you have it. Disaster mixed with a love interest. Well, with that being said, Dragon, I think it's time for us to wrap up this edition of Maverick Midnight Matinee Deluge, one of the original disaster films. It was great. Thank you also again for covering that fire in Montreal tonight.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
Yeah, that was fantastic coverage. And thanks for coming back tonight and helping with this Maverick Midnight Matinee. It's been fun.
Always fun, also. I love it.
All right, folks. Maverick family, see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for a regular Maverick News program here on the Maverick News channels. Catch y'all on the flip side.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.